Welcome to this journey through the Book of Leviticus, the third book of the Bible, a sacred text that bridges the divine commandments of God with the everyday lives of the Israelites. Leviticus, often called the Book of Laws, is a profound and intricate guide that outlines the path to holiness and purity. It's a book that may seem dense and detailed at first glance, but within its pages lies a deep spiritual wisdom that has shaped faith and morality for generations. Leviticus begins with a series of laws regarding sacrifices and offerings, a theme that echoes the importance of atonement and reconciliation with God. The Israelites were taught that sin was not just a personal failing, but a disruption in the harmony between God and his people. The various offerings, burnt, grain, peace, sin, and guilt offerings each had their specific purpose, symbolizing different aspects of the relationship between humanity and the divine. The book then transitions into the consecration of the priesthood, emphasizing the sacred role of the priests, the descendants of Aaron. They were set apart to serve as mediators between God and the people, clothed in garments of significance and instructed in rituals of profound meaning. This section reminds us of the weight of spiritual leadership and the importance of purity in those who serve. As we move deeper into Leviticus, we encounter the laws of cleanliness and uncleanliness, touching on everything from dietary restrictions to skin diseases and bodily discharges. These laws, while seemingly meticulous, served as a constant reminder of the Israelites' need to remain holy and separate from the practices of other nations. The distinction between clean and unclean was not merely about physical health, but also about spiritual readiness to approach a holy God. One of the central themes of Leviticus is the Day of Atonement, known as Yom Kippur. This solemn day was the pinnacle of the sacrificial system, where the high priest would enter the Holy of Holies to make atonement for the sins of the entire nation. The ritual of the scapegoat, where one goat was sent into the wilderness bearing the sins of the people, is a powerful image of forgiveness and the removal of guilt. Leviticus also delves into moral and ethical laws, often referred to as the Holiness Code. These laws cover a wide range of topics, including sexual morality, social justice, and the proper treatment of the vulnerable. The repeated command to be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy, resonates throughout these chapters, calling the Israelites to reflect God's character in their daily lives. The book concludes with blessings for obedience and warnings for disobedience, a covenantal promise that underscores the relationship between God and his people. The blessings speak of prosperity, peace, and the presence of God among the people, while the warnings are a stark reminder of the consequences of turning away from his commandments. Leviticus, though sometimes challenging to navigate, is a book rich with spiritual insight. It teaches us about the holiness of God, the seriousness of sin, and the need for atonement. It calls us to a life of holiness, not as a burden, but as a response to the grace and love of a God who desires to dwell among his people. As you reflect on this book, may you find a deeper understanding of what it means to live a life set apart for God, embracing his call to be holy in all that you do. As we come to the end of our journey through the book of Leviticus, I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for its profound teachings and timeless wisdom. Leviticus may be ancient, but its call to holiness and reverence for the divine still resonates today. Remember, this book isn't just about rules and rituals. It's about a relationship, a covenant between God and his people, where every law is an invitation to draw closer to him. If this exploration has touched your heart or sparked new insights, I encourage you to take these reflections into your daily life. Let the principles of holiness, compassion, and integrity guide you as you walk your own spiritual path. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you've found value in this content, consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, may you continue to seek and live out the holiness that Leviticus so beautifully calls us to. Stay blessed and be a light in the world.